Now then, how are you doing? I hope you're well. Sheep are surprisingly easy to paint. In fact, I'm a great believer in the idea that you can turn almost any random highlight into a sheep just by adding a head and legs. Well, just to warn you, there are going to be a lot of sheep in this. I can't guarantee that they'll all look exactly like sheep, but they are a lot of fun to do, and it's the concept that counts. Sheep are an absolute doddle to paint. The technique I use is something I've covered before in other demonstrations. Once you've got your basic sheep shape, it's a simple matter of painting in the head with a dark tone mixed from French ultramarine and burnt umber. Then applying a mucky sheep colour up to it, mixed from cadmium yellow and burnt umber, encouraging the dark tone to bleed into the lighter one and creating a lovely, soft, shaggy, fleecy look. Adding a few blue-grey shadows is all it takes to complete the effect. I've often said that the technique I've just described can be applied to almost any random shape and be made to look like sheep. Okay, so maybe not every shape, but pretty much almost any shape. At lambing time, it's perfectly common to see fields absolutely bursting with sheep and their new offspring. So here's a challenge for you. Paint yourself a field with lots of randomly shaped highlights left white and turn them all into sheep. Now, I can't honestly say that these are all going to look like sheep, a wild boar or two, or maybe even a lion. The small ones can be lambs, exactly the same technique, but just with a little bit more frolicking. Simply add a dark tone mixed from French ultramarine and burnt umber to where you want the head to be and soften it off into the rest of the body. It's up to you to decide where the head should be. After all, it might be standing up, looking around, bending down and eating grass, or it might be lying down and taking a breather. Being a sheep can be exhausting. Add some little black legs and you're done. If you've got an unusually large shape, consider turning it into a small group of animals instead of a single giant one. Finally, when you've done adding heads and legs, Throw in a few blue-grey shadows to help reinforce their three-dimensional properties and to anchor them to the ground. Well, it could use some finesse, but you get the gist. It's a great way to populate an otherwise bland and uninteresting field and bring life to your landscape. Well, I hope you enjoyed all that and that it may have given you some ideas. In the second part of this project, available to subscribers of my online tutoring service, I take a look at creating sheep using a negative painting technique and then finish off with a dramatic snow scene featuring a whole flock of sheep called Winter Feed. Well, to access the full 30-minute video demonstration, step-by-step worksheet and other resources, you'll need to sign up as an online member at peterwoolley.co.uk. There you'll find many other projects to enjoy and hopefully inspire you. Until next time, take care.